They're busy working. But wait. It's a good sign, you know? They're getting stuff done. What do we look for when we're looking to convert a single-family dwelling into a duplex? Here are the 5 elements you should be looking for. Each unit needs to have a separate entrance, okay? Either the front or the back or even through the garage. But make sure that every unit has a separate entrance. And you've got to block off one unit from the other. Very important. Make sure the ceiling height is high enough. Now, certain municipalities will have different criterias for the amount of ceiling height necessary. Make sure that it's high enough. Make sure that every unit has its own parking space. This is a requirement for most cities that you need one parking space for every unit. This may be the most important. Make sure that the zoning is permitted to convert a single-family dwelling into a legalized duplex. Certain cities will have certain areas which are not good for duplexes because of the flood zone, or maybe they just don't have the sewer system upgraded enough. So make sure that the zoning is in place to convert this house into a legalized duplex. This is very, very important. Every legalized duplex, the basement needs an egress window so the person can get out just in case there is a fire of some sort. Egress window, usually you have to enlarge it, and it is dependent on the size of the living room or the kitchen. So we're always buying properties in which we're always adding egress windows, exit windows to get out, and they're always a bit larger than needed. It's always a lot of fun breaking that open, and you'll see a few. All right, we forgot. This is very important, mucho importante as they say. The electrical panel, it cannot be 100 amp. For any legalized duplex, it needs to be 200 amps. So take a look at that. When you're looking at properties, it has to be 200 amps. Or if it's 100 amp, you're gonna have to upgrade it, which adds to the cost as well. Now that you have an idea of what we look for the perfect single-family dwelling to be converted into a legalized duplex, let me give you a few tips on what we do to convert it into a legalized duplex. There are 3 things. I mentioned, number 1, the egress window. As you can tell, it's a much bigger window. It's a way to get out. The second thing that city demands is fire alarms. And these fire alarms need to be interconnected hardwire fire alarms. They're quite expensive. They look really good, and there should be 1 in each bedroom, 1 in the living room. There are basically 4 of them in the unit in case of fire. Here's one right here, right above me. Right there. There it is. Another thing which the city demands is drywall. Fire-rated drywall. What does that mean? So if there's 1/2 inch on the ceiling, the city demands another 1/2 inch so that if the place burns down, it burns at a certain rate. As you could probably tell, you'll see the large driveway, which is perfect. 1 car for 1 unit. Every unit has 1 parking spot. That's the idea. Not 1 car. You don't want to be giving them a car, but you want to give them a parking spot.